Kate.
Hey, Jen.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for coming out.
This is beautiful. I love your home. I love this entryway. You want to tell me a little bit about it?
Sure. Yeah, no, we fell in love with the house right away, that kind of classic colonial style, but especially the portico. And we really love the idea of these containers kind of flanking the front door, but as you can see, I've really struggled keeping the plants alive.
Right. Well, the containers are beautiful, and these look like they were boxwoods.
They were, many months ago they were, yes.
Well, I think having a broadleaf evergreen, which these boxwoods are, is great to mark the entryway. And a broadleaf evergreen just means it's going to stay green year round.
Okay.
But a lot of times when plants are above ground here in New England, the frost and freeze can affect the root system.
Yes.
So if this was in the ground, it would be fine. I would love to replant what you have here, but I have some tips to help it last throughout 4 seasons instead of 2.
All right, awesome. Let's get to it.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so what I want to do is add some insulation to this planter. This is a piece of rigid foam. You could get it from any home center. It's 1 inch thick, and it's going to protect the root system, just insulate it through the winter. So what I want to do is measure the planter. I want to keep it below the soil line, so I'm going to cut it at 15 inches, and then 15 by 18. So we need 4 sides, 15 by 18 inches. Nice. Perfect. See how easy that was?
Yeah,
good job.
great.
So these drainage holes at the bottom of the pot, I'm going to cover with shards of terracotta so soil doesn't clog and prevent it from draining.
So Jen, I see that you're stacking the pottery shards in little kind of piles. Is there a reason that you do it that way?
I want the water to be able to penetrate through, and I want the drainage holes to stay clear.
Okay.
Okay, can you give me a piece of landscape fabric? I'm just going to put it on top.
And what's this fabric for?
It's a separation, and number one, it'll hold the shards in place, and then the water will penetrate through it, but it also separates the soil from bleeding and washing out through the holes.
Okay.
And then one more piece of the fabric, just a little double layer. Okay, let's start by putting handfuls of this organic potting mix on top of the landscape fabric to hold it in place. Then we'll dump the rest of the bag in. All right, that should be good. Yours looks good. Let's just dump the rest of the bag in, kind of the halfway mark. So these are our new boxwoods. Let's just pick them up, put them in the planter to check the height, just so we're at the right soil level.
Wow, looks great.
I love it. So now we're just gonna take them out of the pot. This one's not too bad, just it's a little bit root bound at the bottom. All right, I'm just gonna tease these roots a little bit.
This is definitely a step that I've skipped in the past. I didn't realize that was something that would help them grow.
Yeah, just breaking them up will help them not grow in a circular fashion, and they'll reach out into the soil. All right, we just wanna make sure they're centered in the pot for the symmetry at the front door.
Okay. Mine looks pretty good.
So does mine, perfect. All right, so now let's backfill around the root ball, maybe 3/4 of the way up.
Okay.
So we're gonna underplant the boxwood with this ivy, and I got them in bigger containers and more mature, so they'll automatically start cascading off the edges.
Okay, great. And you just kind of rip them apart to kind of get the smaller pieces that you need as the underplanting?
Exactly. So I think one of these containers could break into 4 different pieces.
Okay, that doesn't hurt them?
Nope, just once they're watered in, they'll be great. So everything's installed. What do you think, Kate?
Wow, Jen, they look amazing. Total transformation.
It really anchors this front entryway. A couple things I want you to remember is under the portico, it's not going to get any rainwater.
Okay.
So I want you to hydrate, water it all the way until the end of the season, at least until November.
Okay.
And another way that plants lose their moisture is through their leaves.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave you with a bottle of anti-desiccant spray that you apply at the end of the season, and it'll help seal the pores. So when the winds rip through,
Yeah,
they'll be
great.
a little more protected.
Well, that is definitely one step I've skipped in the past. Thank
All
you
right.
so much,
Enjoy.
Jenn.
Thanks
for coming over.
Take care.
Nice job, Jen.
Thanks.
So spraying the plant at the end of the season, that's a step that I think most people skip. I mean, it's kind of a subtle point that the wind can dry out the plant, not just dry soil.
That's true. So at the end of the season, always water your plant in, but a plant takes up moisture through the roots, and it's held and stored in these leaves. When you put the anti-desiccant on, you spray it on both sides of the leaves, and it helps seal the pores, so when winter cold winds are ripping through, it's not going to rob that plant of its moisture.
So what does it look like when it's actually on there? Like, am I going to notice it as a homeowner?
Well, check it out. You just really want to drench it. It's going to dry. It might leave a little bit of a shiny coat, but then it's sealed. And if you want to compare it to something, it's like putting lip balm on so you don't get windburn. And then they're ready for the winter season.
All right, good information. As always, thank you. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.